Hi. I'm Miriam Gravehorst from the Netherlands. And a challenging characteristic of mine is that I set really high standards for just about anything in my life due to my perfectionism. So I can be very critical. But on the other hand, when I then come across something that ticks all of my boxes, I feel the urge to shout it from the rooftops and want the whole world to hear. And that's why I like to share why I'm so grateful to have become a goal mapping coach and why I believe every coach should have this tool in their coaching toolbox. In 1996, my husband and I met Brian Main. He's the founder of Goal Mapping, and he introduced us to his goal mapping system. And I remember we were very impressed, even though it had only just been launched. And in those years that followed, we applied goal mapping on a regular basis, both in our personal lives and in our business. And every time we used it, the results were very impressive. So impressive, in fact, that at one point I was struck by the thought that everyone should have the opportunity to work with this. And that eventually made me decide to become a goal mapping coach. And I can tell you, this was one of the best decisions I ever made. Why I specifically chose goal mapping coaching has multiple reasons. First of all, I love systems. Everybody knows that working with systems is many times more effective than if you don't. And goal mapping uses a distinctive system which you can very easily apply in your daily routine. And I really love that. Another very important consideration for me as a coach, whether or not to add something to my coaching toolbox, is that it should be scientifically based. And I must say that the scientific explanation of goal mapping won me over, especially how the system activates your whole brain, which will trigger essential unconscious processes. You will get a broader vision, become more creative, get better ideas, and your self-confidence will get a boost, which will make you overcome certain fears very easily, and therefore you will actually start taking the right action towards your goals. And all this increases your chances of achieving your goals. The fact that I've already successfully achieved many goals by using goal mapping, and that a lot of my clients have also achieved goals they never thought possible, strongly validates how effective goal mapping really is. Why I love to work with the goal mapping system when I'm coaching has several reasons. The focus is always on what someone wants and not what they don't want, so you always work in a positive vibe, which makes the client quickly feel comfortable enough to open up and very easily bring out self-insights that they previously found difficult. And when they then proceed to incorporate this into their goal map, you see them really enjoying the process, especially when they are working on the creative part. And that's what makes my job as a coach so much fun. And the great thing is that goal mapping is universal, and therefore any coach can work with it. I'm very happy about that because it allows me to help many people in every niche improve their lives. And why I really like the goal mapping coach training is that you are personally trained by the founder Brian Main in a group setting. It's not a recorded course, so you get valuable feedback right away. You can ask all the questions and you also learn a lot from your fellow students. And that's not all, because you are offered much more than just a coaching course. You get access to the goal mapping community. You get very fast answers to all your questions. You get marketing tools. You can create your own online workshops. And there's a lot more you get. And you know what? There are no extra charges. It's really incredible. And finally, I want to emphasize that you will distinguish yourself as a coach if you start working with goal mapping. I've seen many types of coaching coming by over the years, and it's all very similar. But goal mapping really stands out. Well, I could go on for hours about why I love being a goal mapping coach and why it's the ultimate tool for any coach, but I'm not going to do that right now. Feel free to reach out to me if you would like to know more. Thanks for watching till the end, and hopefully we'll meet one day. Bye bye.